Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
Well, you had to think about that for a
I
minute.
was taking a breath at the same time. You got done quicker than I thought.
And it is BOLO Day. Today we go a deep dive into some great sales over on eBay and dive away, Mr. Magazine. That is your name.
That is. And now up here we have a Sony Digital Handycam DCR TRV 18 mini DVD memory stick cam with manuals.
Oh my God, that's a mouthful.
I picked it. Yeah, that's what someone said. Anyways, picked this up with a bunch of like sports stuff and electronics the guy had, and I think they had a follow-up question if it worked or something like that. And I think I can't click on this, but I feel like it powers up, but we don't know if it really works. So, and the guy ended up buying it for
It
$80
probably
bucks.
does,
So,
right?
yeah, I mean, it's got the box. It had all the accessories with it. It looks to be in great shape, so I'm assuming it would work anyways. But nevertheless, if you see this stuff out there and you can pick it up for $10, $20, it's probably worth it.
Yeah, right. Because again, it's and again, people want to get rid of those because they don't use them anymore.
Yeah.
They use their phone for everything.
Yeah, and if
nowadays.
you've seen one with no accessories and all banged up and scratched, well, for $10, well, then you're taking a risk there. But it
Right.
still might be worth $10, $20 even though. Next up, local stuff sells. Paperboy said 1980 Kodak commemorative 100-year pen magnet keychain set. I got $9 for this. I have a 45% off sale going on. I took that to get rid of it.
It's sold in 3 weeks or 3 months. I mean,
not
3
too
months.
bad,
So
but
flew out the door.
Yeah, okay, not too bad. But again, little things add up. Individually, maybe would never sell them, but it's a lot. There you go.
Yeah, right. Or $5 a piece on them, something like that. So
Exactly. Next up, Peter Max Magazine Premiere
wow.
number 1, 1970 Collector's Color Cosmic Experience.
Ooh.
And let's see, this isn't that old either. So I feel like I got this from that sci-fi deal in Ohio a few years ago.
Yeah,
from
probably.
that Mike guy. But anyways, I think I took $80 on this. Peter Max sells, whether it's on a NASCAR vehicle or a sports card. Any of his art is good stuff to get.
Except the newspaper supplements that I have that have been sitting there for a while.
Oh, sorry. Well, you probably have them on eBay. You got to put them on another platform if you want to sell them.
There you go.
Next up, Flaming Carrot number 1, Aardvark Vanaheim, 1984, CGC 8.5. I really don't remember getting this graded, but I must have because there it is. So it must be a key issue, obviously. Is it a first or a key or anything? Or just
I think
number
it's
one?
first Flaming
Okay.
Carrot in
his own comic or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, cool. I took $80 on it. It probably took about a year or two to sell, but someone out there wanted it, and I'm glad they did.
right. But again, that's an 8.5, which is it's a high grade when you look at it raw.
Yeah, I mean, it's
but,
30 years old, so I mean, yeah, but
what's like a 9.2 or a 9.6 on that would be worth
there
it.
got to be hundreds at that point. Yeah, it definitely goes up
absolutely.
more and more. Sure. Yeah. Next up, LNAF 72 Leonard Nimoy Association of Fans Yearbook, Star Trek the original series. All right, there you have it. I don't know what LNAF stands for, but
Leonard Nimoy Association of
okay.
Fans.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Well, you got good eyesight for a change. So it's oddball. If you see anything like this, pick it up.
Yeah, fanzine with
of course,
yep,
yeah.
absolutely.
And again, more local stuff. Rochester Lancers,
wow, that
charged
is
with the
cool.
Lancers vintage 26-inch pennant. It's funny. This was in a box for
I have never seen, but I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
soccer stuff. I've never seen any of the soccer.
was in a
places.
box folded up. Look at all the creases in it.
Yeah.
And I said, throw it up for $15. That's usually what we start up, pennants for. And $107. No one asked to end it early or anything. And 9 bids. I'll take it.
Well, that's got to be real early in, when did they start? 70, 69,
Yeah,
whenever they
yeah,
started. That has to be really, really early in there because, again, I've never seen that. And that also looks to be the cloth version.
Yep.
As opposed to the, the late 70s, they did that other, whatever that stuff is,
A little
version.
stiffer stuff. But
Yeah.
very cool. And hopefully they can iron that out and frame it up.
That's good to know, though, for me, because, again, I could see that out there. Now I know it's $100. Somebody could have $10 on it at a sale, and I would have walked by it before. Now I would buy it.
Yeah.
See, these do help.
All right, they should call me Local Chuck tonight. J Mac, Rochester Red Wings bobblehead. This is a local hero. He had a great moment in sports in high school and scored a bunch of three-pointers to have his high school team win.
6 3-pointers and 1 2-pointer in 3 minutes and 29 seconds or something like that. And he ended up winning an ESPY.
He did win an ESPY, yep. And he's autistic, but a great guy. He does a lot of local sports. He's got his own podcast and stuff, the J Mac Show. So if I'll give him a little shout out. You never
He's
know,
not a
but,
sponsor, but should he wish to be?
Yep, but I sold 5 of them tonight. Right, was it 5? Yeah, so I sold 5.
right in a row,
so
yeah.
I don't know what's going on. We had them listed for 4 or 5 years, and so someone wanted them. Maybe he's doing a signing somewhere. You never know.
Every single one sold out. Yep.
Yep. So he's got the fingers he's pointing up is one. He's one thing that Tom Brady does not have.
Nice.
Now, his team may have one, but a solo Brady never got an ESPY. That's what I was told. I don't know. You can fact check that. And last up for me, Mighty Thor 337 unused pre-production cover first Beta Ray bill, $50. I got a few of these years ago somewhere. I don't know where I got them at, and I've sold them along, here and there, and $50 was a going rate on them. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was a pre-production. Now, how did you know it was a pre-production cover? I mean, obviously,
So
it's a little
there's
oversized.
no pages,
there's no
but there's
staples.
no staples. Yep. So,
Yep.
what else would you call it? I guess, right?
A cover.
Well, it's not a detached cover.
Automatic Mechanical Shooting Galleries catalog, WF Mangles, Carousel Works, 1947. I took a $50 offer on it. I put the 124 price on it. Somebody made me 50. It was a slow day. I said, you know something? Do I want this or do I want $50? I decided I would rather have $50.
And knowing you probably paid $1 or $2.
Yeah, I didn't pay a lot for it. It's neat though. I mean, it is. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, very cool.
Very, very cool. So if you do happen to see something rather like this out there, and again, I made the $124 price up. I really did. Nobody else had this up there.
I'll put it this way: if you put 50 up, he's offering you 20.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you made yourself an extra 30.
Absolutely. This took a little while to sell.
Wow, it surely did.
14 and a half, 15 years. Analytical Chemistry Lab Guide Catalog, August 1978. American Chemical Society. This was back in the days where I believe you could only put one picture up and had to pay for the second picture.
Oh, I remember those days. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's why there's only one picture. Nowadays, I would do a much better listing. I would put up the table of contents. I would put up various pictures throughout as well. Definitely. So this is just one of those legacy listings, not worth changing. And I've got a lot of them, as do you. It's just not worth taking the time to go in and change these old listings because too much new stuff's coming in the door. Sure. Now, if all of a sudden things shut down again or nobody was selling anything, well, then I've got plenty of work I could be doing updating listings like this. Not worth it for me to do. Took 15 years, but it did end up selling.
Cool.
Up next, this was actually, I believe, a former item of the week.
Wow.
Don Quixote, Illustrated Modern Library hardcover dust jacket, Salvador Dali, $170. I got out of that. Very, very happy about that. And again, the Modern Library stuff actually will sell over on Whatnot. A lot of it will. This one, obviously, I put over here on eBay, but pretty much every other one I pick up, I put over on Whatnot.
Do you think there's a delicatessen somewhere called Salvador's Deli?
I am positive that there is.
There has to be.
Positive there is.
All right.
I think there was a cartoon or a comic strip called that, actually. I'm being honest, I think there was.
Wow, good stuff.
Ava Super Troopers Songbook, 1981. This is one of those, sometimes you just can't find stuff on Amazon when you're trying to put it up there. I bought this at a library sale for $2 or $1.
Wow.
It just was not on Amazon, just was not there. So I ended up putting it up on eBay, and it ended up selling out of the country, as a matter of fact. So
are they Canadian?
No, they're Swedish.
Oh, because you said it like a Canadian ABBA instead of ABBA.
No, is it ABBA?
I don't know. I don't know.
It
sounds funny. Either way is funny.
Thank you. Bust Magazine, fall 19... I didn't say A, I said ABBA, eh?
Exactly.
Bust Magazine, fall 1995. Iggy Pop, Keanu Reeves, Henry Rollins, Jon Stewart. $32 on that. It's a magazine that I've had different issues of. I've never had that one before. Pretty loaded issue though, with all those people in there. Again, one of those magazines worth picking up for $1 or $2. You don't see them that often though. Have you had a lot of the Bust magazines or no?
I've had some, yeah, not too many though.
Not too many yet. They're not super common. Yeah. So one of the things that I was trying to get into for this, for 2024, 2025 are stamps, but not stamps themselves, but more the covers. The covers, of course, are the mailed envelopes with the stamps on them. Been a slow go. I do have a lot of them to list. Unfortunately, other stuff is coming in as well. So I would rather list stuff that I know will sell, and then occasionally put in a cover or two here or there, such as Coffee Agreement, FDC, which stands for First Day Cover, 1966 UN Coffee Newsletter, Pan American Coffee Bureau. I think I took $10 or $15, something rather like that on it. Happy on, I think I took $10 on
Can't
it.
argue with that. I mean, if you get $10 for all of them and it takes you 10 years, you're gonna be happier than
Yes, I'll be very, very happy on that, definitely.
an animal in the bathroom.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I would be very, very happy on that. And again, I bought this over at a flea market. I thought it looked pretty neat. And
Now, real quick, saying the Rochester in there, would that make any difference? Like, was it Rochesterian? Like, oh, that's cool. I used to work for Rochester Gas and Electric back then. And,
well, that's one of the things with cover. I just didn't have room.
okay.
That is one of the things that covers. Yeah, absolutely. If you have, there's destination post offices. There are.
Well, there's another word, Wall Street. So I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff going on there that if you had the room, it'd be.
Yeah. It depends on where it was sent from to where it was sent to.
Yeah.
Just crazy, crazy into it. It's a whole world that I'm getting into that I'm starting to slowly learn. So I'm happy to sell this,
Yeah.
get a little bit of money on my education, along with hand cancel covers to B.H. Stanley in Cazenovia, New York, 1880s. Now, this I bought a few years ago. They were just in a lot of stuff, and I said, let me just try to list these. I took a $10 offer on it. Did have free shipping, but still, I'm happy with that as well. And it did sell to somebody in Cazenovia, so it did go home as far as that goes. But, it's one of those things. Hey, I'm happy. 2 sales of covers in a week for as few as I have listed. I'm not complaining about that. And finally, 1949. Now, this took forever to sell, which absolutely stunned
That
me.
is shocking. Not one person would want it.
Hilda H. Phillips Women's Club book with pictures, Pittsford, New York. One thing, again, I should have put more pictures up.
And that's signed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, technically it's signed by her, yeah.
Yeah. I should have put more pictures up. I just had the one picture up there.
Wow.
There were like 20 or something people in there. If I relisted it. Oh, I did list all of the people as
Wow,
well.
that's a crazy listing from 16 years ago.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
lot back. No one looks down her anymore, sadly, but
Yep. So I ended up putting every person in there as well. Probably should have put a few more pictures in, but it took forever to sell. But I did get my price on it finally,
Cool.
and I think whoever got it got a really, really good deal.
yeah.
If you could help us out by hitting the like button, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.